Welcome to part 2. So, when I left off, I was talking about an accident that happened. I elbowed my father in the mouth, split his teeth from here all the way to back there. It wasn't intentional. He scared me. And that's when the dream sparked, because my surrogate mother, Miss Molly, said, "Damn, James, that was pretty quick. You should go in the movies." Right then and there, sparked a dream. And I wanted to make movies ever since. But no one would give me a shot. I'd go to casting calls. I got 2 shots at 2 movies that was filmed in Charlottesville. The first movie was called Toy Soldiers. When I went there, it was filmed at that school down in Crozet. Now I can't think of the name of the damn school. It'll come to me. So I went down there. The guy goes, "If you cut your hair, if you go completely bald, you'll get the role." What did my dumb ass do? I went to Joker's. It shaved me completely bald. I didn't get the role. Because when I got there, they got some other people. People that I went to school with. People who were fucking career juvenile criminals. But they took them. Damn near a few years later, same shit happened with Major Payne. Which is why I never went to see the movie. Because, cut your hair, I'll give you the role. Cut my hair. Didn't get the role because I didn't get back in time because there's this thing called fucking traffic. Now, I believe it was Major Payne was the one where I almost got to fighting with one of the actors. I hope he's doing well. If my cousin Russell wouldn't have been there, I'd probably went to jail that day because I was about to beat this guy's ass. And not because he was white, but just because he was a dick. I'm an asshole myself, so, I own mine. But this guy was a straight dick. He was like 100% a dick because he was, what's the word, a recognized actor or established. Where I'm 20 years in the game and still not an established actor. So then I thought to myself, because I'm going to college at this time, all right, this acting degree is not going to get me any roles. I'm taking a bunch of shit that doesn't have anything to do with acting outside of the 2 acting classes that I was in. Thank you, Mr. Ruff, for that. And everything else. I'm taking foreign languages. I'm doing all this damn shit. I'm like, what the fuck does this have to do with acting? I'm taking history. I'm taking math. I'm taking shit that ain't got a damn thing to do with acting. It's called acting. For those who don't know what acting is, it is the art of pretending to be something that you actually are not. So, can I play a professor on TV? Give me some gloves. A mask. A white coat. Why, yes. I need a scalpel, and I need an assistant nurse, and I need you to give me that stuff stat. My mother and my sister are career nurses. I know nurse jargon. Sort of. But, I don't understand that shit, but I've heard the words before. Stat, etc., scalpel, shears. I know all that shit. Not important for this video. So, I came up with Kung Fu Havoc #2 so that I can make movies so I can teach Kung Fu for free. Well, epic fail there. So every film that I've made, you can find on Kung Fu Havoc #1, at least one of them anyway. The other ones, I have no idea where they are. I have to find them and figure out technology to put them on Kung Fu Havoc #2. So I did A Clone Affair. That was before Gemini Man, way back in the 90s. Well, Will Smith was getting his spotlight on. I was still struggling. So me and Jay Diz did A Clone Affair. I did The Cleanup. That was somebody else's project, but I did it. I have it somewhere. I did Fallen Dragons. That was my first film. I did Dragon's Breath. That was basically my 3rd film because The Cleanup came after actually, and A Clone Affair came before because I had just learned how to use the green screen for my old Mac. So, fight myself seemed like it's going to be an awesome plan. I had just read the Double Dragon comic, which is why I thought, hey, I could do that. So I did that, but it's lost in the sauce. And then after I did Path of Ascension, we decided that we was going to do a series, which I met my bro, Courtney Monroe, brought him in. He brought in his bro, Prince Octavius Brown, and Rod. His real name's Rodney. And then we brought in Dijon. So Dijon did a lot of the camera work, and we had this series, and this series was awesome. And this series was stolen. So yeah, somebody in Alabama has my shit. Anyway, moving on. Nobody in my family, not one, has said, damn, James, maybe we ought to reach out to this guy. Damn, James, we ought to do this, we ought to do that. No one's even done it behind my back secretly. Like, hey, look, we're going to reach out to Tyler Perry. He's going to help James out. Nope. Nobody's done that. We're going to reach out to Oprah Winfrey. Nope. We're going to reach out to Ellen. Nope. No one has looked out for me, but want to say that I should be grateful that I am alive. No one's looked out and said, maybe you can sign up with WWE Pictures because you watch wrestling all the time. Maybe you can get a job in their movie business. Maybe we can start some skits with you. Nope. No. No one. No one in my family has gone too bad for me outside of my late father, my late surrogate father, my late surrogate mother. You would think the person who bored me into this world would be behind me. Nope. Not on my life. Older sister, not on my life. Any of my siblings? Nope. Nope. We don't give a damn about you, James. So here's the thing. Why don't you just say that? Y'all want truth? I'm going to give you truth right now. You can always tell when someone loves you, likes you, dislikes you, or hates your motherfucking guts. All you have to do is honestly follow your instincts. If your instincts is giving you funny vibes about people, whether it's a hateful vibe, a distrustful vibe, a I like you but I don't like you vibe, I'm not a sure vibe, I hate your guts vibe, or I like you a lot vibe, I love you vibe. Go with that, because 9 times out of 10 your instincts are closer to right than wrong. So here's my instincts on my family. A few of you give a damn, but not so much. You tolerate me and you pretend to give a damn because it benefits you. But the truth of the matter is, none of you really give a damn. Not really. Because here's that thing about love. See, when you love someone, you go out of your way to help them. You don't go out of your way to hurt them emotionally or physically. Now, physically, I've never really attempted to hurt people in my family. The thoughts crossed my mind on quite a few of you, and you know who the hell you are, and you know you deserve the ass whooping of a lifetime. It's also illegal, which is the main reason why I have not fucked a few of you up. And it's not that I can't do it, because if you've forgotten that I actually did go to the army, these dog tags are real, but I was fighting in the streets before most of you were even born. But you've gotten a little bit taller than me, and you've gotten too big for your britches. But don't think for a New York minute that you can whoop my ass, because the bigger you are, the bigger my smile is, because that just means I get to fucking hit you as hard as I want. And I don't have to hold back, because you're bigger, and you're stronger, but you ain't better, and you never will be. So don't even think about that. Now, love is a funny thing, because when you love somebody, like I said, you don't go out of your way to emotionally damage them. You don't go out of your way to physically damage them. And I have been emotionally drugged through the ringer more times than I can by my family. Not everybody, and not all the time, but the majority versus the minority. I probably got 3 siblings that actually give a shit. Or, what I should say is, I got 3 siblings that give a shit while it benefits them. I got 2 or 3 siblings that don't give a shit. And I know who you are. And you know who you are. But I also know that no matter what, under any circumstances whatsoever, I'm done. I'm not going to keep playing nice. I'm not going to keep watching children. I'm not going to keep throwing my life away day after day after day, only to hear, you should be grateful that you're alive. Yet you forget one thing while you're telling me that I should be grateful that I'm alive. How does that benefit you? Or better yet, how has that benefited you? Because it's benefited you a whole lot more than it's benefited me. Let's see. I don't have children. I'm 47. I don't have a home, an apartment, a dependable car. Never have I ever had a brand new anything. I had 1 brand new car. It got damaged twice. But instead of being in my corner, our mother dearest decided, no, James, you don't know shit. You're 23 years old. You don't know shit. So then I have to pay for 2 cars. 1 older model that's been driven to hell, which is the one I wound up getting, while the newer model had to get paid for while somebody else was driving a free car because Nationwide was not on my motherfucking side. Or my favorite, Nationwide tells lots of lies, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Because they straight up told me, we're not going to fix your car. We're going to junk it. Even though it only had a dent. They had just fixed the car. But it wasn't my fault that the car in front of me whipped out and the car in front of him had stopped. Which I hit. So, I was paying attention. But it happened too fast and I couldn't get my foot off the gas to the clutch fast enough or the brake. And boom. But Nationwide definitely was not on my side. And neither was my parent. And then there was you need to be forced out of the house so that somebody else could actually have a life, and you got to eat bacon, spam, and eggs and shit for 6 years. But, you can come watch the children, but you can't spend the night. Spent 2 nights completely homeless. Then I spent 2 nights with my surrogate father. And then I moved in with my uncle, who I'm not speaking to until he adequately admits and says he's sorry and knows when to shut the fuck up. So what do? Do you keep fighting? Or do you cave? All I know how to do is fight. It's the only thing on this motherfucking planet that I've ever been good at. I could have been in the UFC, but they were prejudiced. Not because of my color, but because I only weighed 120 pounds. And I don't have the note anymore, but I specifically got the note because at the time, the internet was just starting. UFC, Rec, Havoc, Pride, 1993 now, 19. ISK Kickboxing. Everyone told me the same shit in every letter because I didn't have email. I had their address. And I had to put my home address on there. I didn't have email. Email wasn't a thing. You had their address and you could mail them shit. And they would mail you the applications. And once you put your weight on it and you mailed them back, they sent me return letters. You need to get your weight up. I metaphorically could not gain weight until I got into the Army. Literally. I've been 120 pounds from the age of 15 to 37. Alright? When I turned 37... I got up to 135 pounds. All military weight, and all we did was work out and eat bread. That's it. Then I had to get this hip replacement. And the doctor said, hey, you can't go over 125 pounds anymore. You need to maintain 125 pounds until you get your other hip replaced, which I have been fighting to make sure not to get that done because I like being able to do kung fu. The doctor said, no more kung fu, no more wushu, no more Wing Chun, no more karate, no more taekwondo, no more kempo, no kickboxing, no jumping, no running, no springing, no jogging, no hiking, no anything that was everything to me. So I picked up a bow and arrow, went back to my Native American roots and started shooting a bow and arrow. Eventually that became to get on people's nerves, so I stopped doing that. I have been put down in every term by everyone who's supposed to actually love me, but they don't. And the sad part is that they don't acknowledge it. And I'm an honest man. If you don't love me, and I know it, it's easier for me to accept it. Versus, you don't love me, we just tolerate you, and we pretend that we love you so that you can continue doing what you do for us, but we don't have to give a flying fuck about you because, secretly, we don't love your black ass. You're just a convenient little bastard that happened to be born into this family, and that's how we look at you. We don't care that you're our brother. We don't care what you want to do with your life. We have stopped at every turn, and we will continue to do that as long as you allow it. Stay tuned for the next video, because this one's 14 minutes long.